Why are you being targeted? Here we go. You're being targeted because you're very powerful. You vibrate higher than others, right? And the enemy can't do anything to you. You're fully protected. If you're a targeted individual, you're fully protected. You've been protected. You always had a place to eat, a place to stay. You've always had food, I meant. Like, you always had a place to live. You've always had a roof over your head. You've always had what you needed. Nah, I'm not going to say you've always had what you wanted, but you've always had what you needed. Anything you needed has always been given to you because that's how fully protected you are. Right? Now, the enemy can't do anything to you. Picture it like this. Let me put it in the dummies version. Check this out. Imagine God, right? And God is having us a conversation with the devil, the ruler of this world here, the matrix, earth, whatever you want to call it, the underworld, hell, right? And God tells Satan, I'm going to send some of my light beings down to your world. And these light beings, they're not going to be governed by your laws and your rules. These light beings belong to me. They're going to have their own separate rules. But you can't touch these ones. Like, they're protected. They cannot go, you can't come nowhere near them. You can't touch them. You can't hurt them. You can't do anything to them. I'm bringing them down there because I need them to discover who they are so that they can raise Christ-like consciousness. And then the devil's like pissed, like, man, I can't do anything to them. Nope, you can't do anything to them. But whoa, can I at least follow them around and scare them and constantly be looking at them, you know? And God is like, sure, as long as you don't touch them. So now that I told you that, right? Do you know how strong and powerful you are? You're in this world, right? Because Satan now, right? Before you were born, Satan, the devil, was like, he ganged up all his army, like his demons. It was like guys, girls, demons, whatever. These light beings are coming down here. We can't do anything to them. And the demons were like, what do you mean we can't do anything to them? Like, no, they're untouchable. So what are we going to do? They can mess things up here for us. They're very powerful. They belong to the Most High. And then Satan's like, okay. But they don't know that about themselves yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow them around. We're going to keep them in constant fear and stress and depression so that they don't discover that. Because since we can't touch them, the only way they can die is if they kill themselves. Or if they smoke and, die of cancer or eat up. Or if they die of an overdose. That's the only way they can die. But we can't kill them. So if we keep them in constant depression, they might end up killing themselves. And they might never discover who they are, and we win. And then they're like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. And that's why you're being followed. Now, after hearing that, do you still want to smoke that cigarette? Do you still want to drink that bottle of whiskey? Do you still want to do that cocaine or pop those pills? I get what you're saying. Some of you are like, yeah, because they took you to a level so low. They drained your energy so much that now you feel like you need that stuff. But you need to be like, oh shit, now that I know that, let me wash this shit off. I'm not telling you get off of it cold turkey. That might be dangerous, but I'm telling you, you need to raise your frequency. You are the most powerful being out here. Why do you think they're following you? If they wanted to kill you, couldn't they have done it a long time ago? You're over here like, why are they doing this to me? Of course they need to do that to you. If you were the devil, you would do that to somebody that came to your world that you couldn't stop. You understand what I'm saying? This is my first video here on my Patreon because I'm trying to fucking toughen up my soldiers. You know what I'm saying? You guys are tough. And there's a lot of things that aren't going to change, but you will. For example, you're going to go places and you're going to still see them following you around. You're going to still see that you're under surveillance. But you should do it with a smile on your face, baby. Because once you stop smoking and drinking and eating healthy and working out and meditating. Once you start doing that, bro, you don't even have to do much. Unlike others, you see other beings that come to this world. They have to go to school. They have to do all these things. You're not going to have to. I promise you. You leave all those things behind and just focus on fixing yourself, and the stuff is going to come to you on its own. Yeah, you're going to have to take some action. Like, yo, there's a job over there. I want to apply to it. You're going to apply to it and get it like this. Many times that has happened to you, even while you've been depressed and stressed. You never noticed that there's things that you've applied to that nobody else got but you got. Or things that, you know what I mean, like came to you, like you were like, holy smoke, wow. And then you start thinking, thank you, that must be God or Jesus or something, you know what I mean? And you could call it that, but it's not. It's because you're governed by different laws and rules, and you need to be given things. And there's more things here in this world that belong to you, but you haven't been able to get it because you're too stressed and depressed. Welcome to my page, baby. Where here, I'm going to tell you exactly who you are. You're that powerful. You vibrate higher. The thing is that even when you give negative energy, when you're stressed and depressed, you give off so much of that stress and depression type of energy that you feed the matrix, because this matrix feeds off negative energy. And a lot of you are asking yourselves, but who's doing this? The rulers of the world are doing this. The elites, the Illuminati, the government, whoever, all the elites and Illuminati that believe in Satan and worship demons, the demons, the rulers of this world, they're the ones that are enforcing these people to do this to you. Could it be CIA? It doesn't matter who it is. It's all of them. But they can't touch you now. They can do things to you though, because you're governed by the law of karma. See, a lot of people say things like, but that's not true, because I've been beat up, I've been kicked, I've been pushed, I've been hurt, I've been stabbed or shot, whatever. You know why that happened to you? Because they provoked you. Either they followed you around, or they sent bots your way, or handlers to extract that negative energy from you, and then you got enraged and you punched them and you started fighting and you kicked people's ass, or you thought you had to do it to survive, and through the law of karma, now they can hurt you. It goes like this. For example, like while God and the devil, were having this conversation, the devil told him, but what if he does something to me first? What if he hurts me? Then God is like, well, then through the law of karma, I can't do anything about that. And then the devil was like, aha. Now I know how I'm going to get him. I'm going to egg him on and do all these little things. Never touching him, never hurting him. But then he or she's going to hit me first. And when they do, boom, the law of karma can get you back. And they can hit you very hard. For just one slap you do to somebody, the law of karma is very powerful in your world. Chosen one, targeted individual, Mr. Gangstalk. The law of karma is very powerful in your world. So you need to be aware of that. Like, you can just slap somebody, spit in somebody's face, or just a little kick here and there, and they can do so much damage out of that one move that you did. That's how they get you. But check this out. I have some good news for you. Because this page is only going to hype you up, baby. That's what I do. I'm el bombillo. El bombillo means light bulb in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. Here's the good part. The same way you're governed by the law of karma, like when you do something bad, then they could get you. When you do something good, woo, boy, that good comes back. Oh boy, that good comes back. Like you just do any little favor for somebody. Like you see how you slap somebody and then they could come back and kick your ass that much worse? Same thing with the law of karma when you do good. You can just give somebody a little sandwich here to something to eat. Oh, here's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, sir. I know you're hungry. And you're gonna get like probably a banquet or a whole feast for, like, you know what I mean? For it works both ways, baby. That's why your religion as a targeted individual should just be the law of karma. Sounds good so far? Not too good yet? You want more answers? Okay, check this out. I'm gonna say this. There are people in your life designed to keep that from you, to keep that information from you. They're there to bring stress and depression. Like, you don't see some people sometimes, they no matter how much proof you present to them, they just don't evolve, or they just don't want to get it. Like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. They're just programmed to go against you. It is very important that you keep a lot of things to yourself. Because they want you to look crazy. They want you to sound crazy. They want you to go get help. The minute you go get help and you get labeled schizophrenic by a doctor, you lose. You completely lose in this game. Because now your words have no value. And that's what they wanted to do. That's why you need to keep a lot of things to yourself. If you go and I need a doctor because this is happening and nobody believes me, I need to call the cops. They're going to send you to a doctor. They're going to give you pills and that's it. Even if you finally do wake up and decide to speak to others and, you know what I'm saying, line up the warriors, it's too late. That record states that you're schizophrenic. They can use that against you. Why do you think they do that to celebrities where they'll be like, oh, you know, he raped that girl. But then many times they do rape people, whatever. But many times they don't. They'll put a girl to say he raped you. Don't worry, by law, they're never going to show you on camera. They're never going to show you on TV. He's going to go to court. They're going to show him going to court because he raped a little girl or a little boy. He's going to go to court. But even if he wins in court, even if he wins, we already tarnished his reputation and his legacy. Even if he wins. Because there's going to be people that's going to say, oh, he just got away because he's rich. Or he just got away because he's famous. Or he just got away because somehow he paid a lawyer. Or he had a good lawyer. But that guy's a rapist. There were people calling Kobe Bryant a rapist till the day he died. There were people calling Michael Jackson. I'm not saying they did any of those things or they did it or they didn't. I'm just saying that their reputation was completely tarnished. They know how to get to you. Like that's what they'll do with you by calling you a schizophrenic. They want to tarnish your reputation. That way your words have no power. Even if you get accused of rape, like I was saying, like Kobe or Michael Jackson, if they wanted to do something after they won the court case and do, hey, I want to do this for children and I want to like, blah, whatever, people are going to be like, nah, you shouldn't do this. Stay away from that. Even if he was innocent. They know what they're doing. This is a smart game and you need to know how to win that game. And like I said, there are rules and there are laws. There are things you can't do while you're raising your frequency. Alcohol doesn't pertain to you. Oh, but they're over there partying. They're over there having a good time. I want to drink alcohol. Go ahead, do it. But then when you remain in isolation and you see that things are not going your way and you're swimming against the current, go see my intro video when I talk about swimming against the current. Things that they can do, others can do, you can't. Oh, but I want to just smoke this cigarette. You can't. You can't. There are rules. By rules, the minute you smoke that cigarette, the minute you take that drink of liquor, the minute you smoke that crack or even marijuana, all those drugs that's supposed to awaken you, the minute you do those things, you get pushed back. You get pushed back. And then you got to climb your way back up and you just keep pushing yourself back. And then you want to blame it on luck. And on things don't go your way. No, it's because you're governed by different rules. You can't do those things. Just by you being yourself, working out, meditating, eating healthy, staying away from all of those vices. Just by you raising that frequency, you can walk into a room and shape it. And not only shape it, people can look at you doing good. And even those that hate you, that want to see you lose, you can change their way of thinking. Because you can become so unstoppable and so unbothered just working on yourself that you might just make somebody look at you and be like, I hate him, but man, I need to start doing that too. And if you get somebody to do that, if you get people to do that just with your presence, where you're not even teaching anybody or saying nothing because that's how potent and powerful you are, if you get people to do that, the universe needs to reward you and bless you with better karma. You just awoken one of the soldiers. You just put them in the right path. That's what you're here to do. And if you fulfill that destiny, you fulfill that journey, it's unlimited the things you're going to get from the universe. But you can't see that because you're so worried, depressed, stressed, scared. You're very scared right now. And I don't blame you. I was there for a while. But you're making it worse by smoking weed. You think weed is like, oh, but you know, no, that keeps you in more fear. Drinking alcohol, yeah, you get the liquor curse for a second, but once you get sober the next day that your energy is completely down, you feel like, it's not going to help, man. You need to raise that frequency. You're powerful. You're an X-Men. You're a superhero. You need to, listen, like I said, this is just my first video to hype you guys up. I'm going to drop videos every week, 4 to 5 videos. you have any questions, ask me right now in the comments. I'm here for you, and welcome aboard. Thank you for subscribing to my page. If you feel like this page is awesome and you are loving it and this is something that you needed, let me know in the comments, man, because that's going to hype me up. That's going to hype me up to just work for you guys. Because if I can awaken the warriors and the light beings, there's no limit to what we can do all together. You know what I'm saying? We're here to change the way the world is working right now. And they fear that. Welcome aboard. I love you guys.